Katha, What's Your Story? A storytelling event by Sugar Mediaz.
So, I was 18 when I first met Scott. Now, actually, I was 17 years and 3 months. You know how it is at a certain age, you want to be older, and then later on, you know how it goes. So, well, I was on my first trip to London with my entire family. Okay, and we were really excited. I used to be a pretty teen, hopefully you can still tell. And thank you. And London was prettier than I had ever imagined. But the prettiest of them all was Scott. Oh yes, Scott. 18 and a half years old, 6'2" in height, brown gold hair, a toned physique, perfect features, an amazing smile, and of course his eyes. Jade green emeralds deeper than the ocean. Something that could just look right through your soul. It was so special. You know why I called him prettiest? Because the word handsome just doesn't do justice to him. The words prettiest, beautiful, Greek god, extraordinary, supermodel, they're the ones that come to my mind and stay right there. So yes, I met Scott on the very, very touristy Tower Bridge in London. He walked up to me and requested me to take a picture for him. Our eyes met, and I felt like I had been blessed by the souls of Raj and Simran from DDLJ. It was really special. I'm saying it again, I know. So, well, after the picture, he thanked me and introduced himself as Scott Randall Bolton. Not British, not even European. I was just about to ask him when he looked deep into my eyes, taking my breath away one more time, telling me, I'm Texan, by the way. Just my teenage luck. I had encountered a true cowboy in the middle of the Queen's City. Okay, I couldn't scream like that, obviously. I just smiled and said, nice to meet you. So, well, we just exchanged hotel names and went our way. I, of course, got ragged by the entire family. You just met the perfect guy for your English summer romance. He's typical Bollywood hero material, yeah? You know, he's a perfect mix of Tom Cruise and Hrithik Roshan. Wow. If ever such a perfect mix existed on the face of this earth, Scott Randall Bolton was definitely that perfection. On reaching the hotel, surprise, surprise, I received a call from none other than Scott. In his perfect Texan drawl, he asked me, can I take you to dinner tomorrow night? My heart skipped a beat. I didn't know what to say. I managed to blurt out, I need to ask mom and dad for permission. Now, whether or not he found that funny or uncool, we're never going to know because he was the perfect gentleman. All he said was, yeah, sure, let me know. I'll wait for your answer. I was walking on clouds, a dinner date with a Texan cowboy in the middle of London. My life was perfect, but then there was mum and dad also in my life. My mom, of course, had the typical Indian mommy outburst. Are you out of your mind? You can't go out with him. You know you've lost your mind watching all those American TV shows. What is that Baywatch, that Wonder Years, that 90,000, 2100? Mom, it's Beverly Hills 90210. That's my favorite show. Dad, of course, was saner. And he said, you want to go? Yes, Dad. Okay, invite him to our hotel for dinner. We'll all meet him. Okay, thank you, Dad. Whew. Cool dad, right? I know. So, well, I was excited, I was nervous. I just left Scott a message and then I had bigger problems on hand. Like, what was I going to wear for this awesome dinner date? My family advice was, of course, plenty. It's always plenty. Like, wear black, you look thin. Wear heels, you look tall. Wear Indian pearls, you look pretty. And blah, 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 blah. It went on and on and on. And it just made me more nervous because I didn't know what I was going to do. Well, even despite all this drama of clothes and accessories, the next evening at 7 p.m., my family was ready. I was ready in black, of course. And I kept wondering if Scott would show up for this under parental guidance dinner date of ours. I was so worried. Was I looking thin enough? Was I looking pretty enough? And then suddenly, Scott walked in. All cool, casual, white tee, blue denims, perfectly American. He greeted my family with ease, smiled at them, and he received a lot of, "Hello, beta. Nice to meet you, beta." And he kept smiling because I doubt he understood half the stuff they were saying to him, but he smiled, and what a smile. Pure perfection. After a few minutes, my dad, again dad to the rescue, he suggested we should dine on a separate table. Thank you, Dad. I love you and I love you eternally. He's not here, but I want to say this. So, well, as we sat down on our table, our eyes met for the first time that evening, and I said, "Thank you for coming, and I'm sorry if all of them overwhelmed you." And he said, "It's okay, I guess they were just trying to be protective." He understood, and I liked that. "So, what made you want to ask me to dinner?" I asked him. "I just wanted to get to know you." His honesty put me at ease, and for the first time that evening, I relaxed, and we spoke about everything under the face of the sun. And yeah, it was beautiful. We connected, we spoke, we laughed. It was as if we had known each other forever and ever. It was surreal. It was beautiful. After dinner, we walked in the hotel gardens. And I don't know why, but I couldn't stop him, so I started quizzing him. "So, girlfriend back home? Broken up? Oh, okay. I'm not even allowed to date yet," I admitted. "That's okay. I get it." Wow, he gets it. "Okay. So, what's your type, Scott?" He thought for a while and said, "Strong, cheerful, happy type?" I was surprised. "You mean to say not tall, thin, beautiful type?" He was surprised that I even asked him that question. He looked deep into my eyes and said, "I'm a farm boy, Rima. I was raised by two strong, cheerful women, my mum and my grandmum. I guess I know what counts in a girl. Besides, beautiful, handsome. Don't you think these are the names of two countries where one is never ever good enough to get permanent citizenship?" Nobody had ever put it like this. I was stunned. And then he looked at me and said, "You know what, I guess we're all as beautiful as our thoughts, as our words, as our actions. And you, Rima, are beautiful just the way you are. And amazing in every way, and you don't need to change a thing. Just remember that always, always, always." I was speechless. I felt like I'd been waiting my entire life to hear those words. How ironic that I had to hear them from an American teenager whom I had just met. You know, I'd been so enamored by his looks that I'd forgotten that I was meeting a real person with a heart and with a soul. I'd spent and wasted so much time dolling up for him that he hadn't come all the way to weigh me or measure my height or check the glow of my skin. In many ways, that evening, Scott Randall Bolton touched my being forever. Not his clothes or accessories or the shoes that I didn't notice. Just a simple, warm, genuine heart. Yet, all I had done was objectify him. And why not? In our world, we objectify everything. Looks, accessories, education, positions, designations, vacations, parties, people, friends, spouses even. Everything is a means to an end. We objectify our minds, our bodies, our emotions, our feelings, our words. We objectify our being. Dear Scott, I'll never forget you. At 17 years and 3 months, you taught me how to unobjectify you. And in the process, I learned how to unobjectify myself and my life. Thank you, Scott. Gratitude. Always, always, and always. Thank you.
Katha, What's Your Story? A storytelling event by Sugar Mediaz.